Good day. I am Hanikar Albuaya from the Group 1, and today we are going to report about the social experiment choosing the Manila Conyo at the coffee shop. Before we proceed to our topic, first let us be discussing the table of content. First is the introduction. We have the overview of the social experiment. Second is the purpose and objectives, the significance of language in social dynamics, the hypothesis, expected outcomes. Fourth is the variables. We have the independent variables and the dependent variables. Fifth is the methodology, experiment design, location and date of the experiment, participant selection and engagement, the observation data and analysis of participant reactions, interpretation of results, and lastly is the conclusion and discussion, analysis of participants' reactions, interpretation of results. Language bridges cultural and social divides, reflecting not only intentions but also the refinement, identities, and values embedded in conversations. This informal social experiment aimed to observe the reactions of individuals at Chinquiti Tomasaco Street in Cagayan de Oro City on November 19th, this year to the Manila Conyo accent, a unique blend of Tagalog and English associated with Metro Manila's affluent youth. The Manila Conyo accent, a unique mix of Tagalog, English, and a Gen Z slang, is often linked to affluence and exclusivity in Metro Manila. This study observes how patrons at Chinquiti in Cagayan de Oro City react to the linguistic style. By immersing ourselves in real-world scenarios, we sought to analyze social dynamics and uncover the deeper impact of this linguistic case. The primary goal of this study was to observe and analyze public reactions to the Manila Conyo accent in a context where it is not commonly spoken. Specifically, we aim to identify the spectrum of responses, whether amusement, curiosity, judgment, or indifference, and the factors influencing these reactions. Our experiment also sought to understand the cultural nuances behind these responses and how they reflect societal attitudes toward language, privilege, and urban identity. We hypothesized that using Manila Conyo phrases in a public cafe setting would elicit mixed reactions from patrons. Some would find it amusing or relatable, while others might perceive it as pretentious or inappropriate for a provincial setting. A portion of the patrons would likely remain indifferent, as urban spaces often host diverse personalities and behaviors. These varied responses would reflect the interplay between language, social class, and cultural identity. Our experiment was designed with the following variables: the independent variable, the deliberate and exclusive use of Manila Conyo phrases during casual interaction, such as ordering drinks and having conversations, and the dependent variable, reactions from patrons, which were categorized into three main themes: curiosity, judgment, and indifference. Indifference. Observations were based on nonverbal cues, examples, glances, smiles, and raised brows, and verbal feedback like comments and chuckles. Our methodology. Our experiment involved two main scenarios to test public interactions. First, ordering drinks. Three group members approached the counter and ordered using exaggerated Conyo phrases such as "For me naman, ate, cookies and cream na lang," and "No need ate, I'm on a diet." Pero like chocolate naman for mine ate. And second, the casual conversations. We stage a lively discussion at our table using the same Conyo accent, talking about trendy topics like politics, AI, and schoolwork. Phrases such as bra naman, it's giving Gen Z vibes, and yeah diba, like ano talaga, kasi naman girl, chaotic, and energy
were intentionally incorporated. Observers discreetly noted patrons' reactions, focusing on their facial expressions, body language, and interactions while their companions. Ethical considerations were prioritized to ensure participants were unaware of being observed. Capturing genuine responses suggested that the Manila Conyo accent, while unusual in the local context, drew attention and sparks interest.
Observation data and analysis. The results of our experiment revealed a spectrum of reactions from the people present at the location, categorized into three primary themes: curiosity, subtle judgment, and indifference. Curiosity was the most prevalent reaction, as individuals nearby often glanced at us repeatedly or listened attentively to our conversations. Some even smiled, chuckled, or confused, seemingly entertained by the unique blend of Tagalog and English in our dialogue. This suggests that the Manila Conyo accent, while unusual in the local context, draws attention and sparks interest. On the other hand, subtle judgment was observed among certain individuals, evidenced by hesitant smiles, raised eyebrows, or quiet comments exchanged between companions. This response indicates that the Konyo accent may carry stereotypes associated with affluence or exclusivity, which could lead to perceptions of pretentiousness or unfamiliarity in a cultural diverse setting like Chinquiti. A notable instance involved a barista who initially seemed unsure how to respond but eventually smiled politely while taking our order.
Okay, for the conclusion and discussions, so this social experiment demonstrated how language, as a cultural marker, can evoke a range of reaction depending on the context. The Manileño accent, often associated with privilege and urban youth culture, sparked amusement, curiosity, and judgment among patrons at Chinguitin. While some found it entertaining, others perceived it as out of place, and a few remained indifferent. These varied responses underscore how language serves not only as a tool for communication, but also as a symbol of social identity and class. The findings highlight the impact of language on social dynamics and the way linguistic styles are perceived outside their cultural origins. Future studies could expand on this experiment by exploring how language shapes identity in different public spaces or among various age groups. So understanding these dynamics can provide deeper insights into the role of language in fostering inclusivity or perpetuating divides within Filipino society.